kick things off. Welcome, everyone. I am your host, Bailey Pricey. I am a partnership manager here over at Alignable. We are very excited to have you join this event on how to power up your email marketing skills to drive more business, featuring our special guest, Thomas Nettesheim from Constant Contact. During this webinar, we are going to cover how Constant Contact can improve your email marketing skills, decide if it's a good fit for your business, plus learn how it works and where to start. For those of you that have not or have attended an Alignable event in the past, this event format is a bit different than our typical hour-long events, and it's going to be a part of an ongoing series where we are going to bring in experts from the top-rated business tools to educate you on the options that you have, so ultimately you can make an informed decision on what's best for your business. During these sessions, we're going to explain why these business tools have felt the need to innovate in the space, how they went about it, how they could help with your business growth, and where to learn more if you feel like the solution fits your needs. Plus, with these shorter events that we're hosting, we're keeping the Master Course series to about 15 minutes, plus 15 minutes of Q&A at the end. So we'll ramp it up quickly. Before we begin the event, a few general guidelines. We had a few hundred people register for this session, so we might not be able to get to everyone's questions. If you have any questions, please post them all into the Q&A box and we will take as many as we can. If we are unable to get to your question, we will be posting all of the answers in the All Things Email Marketing group later next week. To find a link to where you can join that group, you can see that in the chat box and join this group directly on Alignable. Throughout the presentation, we will also be mentioning different website links. You will also be able to find those in the chat. And a couple of days following the presentation, you will also receive an email with the recording to this event, along with all of the resources that we mentioned today. So, with all that being said, let's kick it off and welcome Thomas Nettesheim from Constant Contact. Hi, Thomas.
Hey, how's it going?
We're so excited to have you. Could you briefly introduce yourself and provide a quick overview on what Constant Contact is for our viewers?
Absolutely. It's an honor to be here. Thank you, Bailey, and thank you to everybody who is here. My name is Thomas Nettesheim. I'm a partner success manager here at Constant Contact. I've been working at Constant Contact for 11 years. It's hard to believe, but have worked in helping small businesses and nonprofits understand what Constant Contact is and how it can help with their business. And now Constant Contact is a powerful digital marketing tool. We've been known for our email marketing. That's what we're chiefly going to focus on today, but we offer everything from email to social to helping you boost business through Google advertising, all of these tools that help you be successful all in one spot. And we just want to make sure that you have everything you need to be successful. And that's what we're here for.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for that overview. So, Thomas, there are so many different email marketing tools out there. How does Constant Contact differentiate itself as a best-in-class solution for small businesses specifically? And what types of businesses do you find are most successful with using Constant Contact?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great question. There's a lot of them out there, but Constant Contact has been around for 26 years. So we've been pioneering in the email marketing space, and we know how important email marketing is. I mean, 91% of people are checking their email on a daily basis. So we know it's an incredibly effective tool, and that's what we've really tried to hinge on is what could we do to help you be successful, help you stay top of mind while making it easy for you so that way you don't have to spend too much time. And so we give you mobile responsive templates. We give you tools that are incredibly easy to use and incredibly powerful. We also have one of the highest delivery rates in the space, a 97% delivery rate, meaning that the emails will be landing in the inbox when you send them, if you send them through our platform. And then another thing that we think really sets us apart is our support and our education. because we know that if we just give you the tools, you're going to need that hand holding at times. You're going to need that support. You're going to need that education on being effective. And we provide an incredible amount of tools and support to be able to help answer those questions. And so those are the things that we think really help us stand out from the rest of the pack is our experience, the tools that we have that are just incredible for you to be able to send out very easy, tailored, branded emails to your groups, and then also the ability to reach out if you have any questions.
That's awesome. I think that's such a big piece of having, an effective tool is the support and the interface that's really going to help businesses thrive. So, kind of diving a bit deeper into that, with so many businesses and email marketing that's evolving and changing, what would you say are your top three tips on how to best leverage a platform like Constant Contact to improve your email marketing skills?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is an answer for anybody brand new, but also anybody who has been in the email marketing. Maybe you've even used a different platform, but these are three things that we find are incredibly effective. And they're big words, but they're very simple concepts. So personalization, segmentation, automation. I'll talk through each one. So personal. Email marketing, just like any marketing, is all about relationships. It's all about building rapport. It's all about making connections. And so personalization and the tools that we offer in Constant Contact give you that ability to write to individuals. If you're not familiar with Constant Contact, you are able to send to lists of people, but you don't have to write that way. You want to write to the individual because people don't want to just be a number on your spreadsheet. They don't just want to be a name. They want to be a person that you're connecting with. And so we provide you the ability to put first names in the subject line of your emails, first name in the body of your email, but we also suggest writing to you and not to y'all, making it so that it's individual, personalized conversations that you're having. We give you tools and best practices to help you with that. Taking that an extra step is segmentation. It allows you to send the right message to the right person at the right time. That's another part of relationship. People don't just want shotgun marketing thrown at them where you're just sending out general information. They want to know that you care about what they want to see and you will plan and accommodate accordingly. So we give you tools to do that, whether that be through automatic tagging people into lists based on them clicking on links in your emails, to you being able to do searches based on people opening your emails and sending just to them as a thank you. There's great tools that I'll show you in the demo here shortly that talk you through that and show you some great effectiveness there. And then automation, this one's actually helpful for you too. An example that we like to give is when somebody joins your list, it's all about growth. If somebody joins your list, we want to have that gratification. We want to know that something's coming back. We've taken that step of joining your list. We want something in return. We can help you build a welcome email that you set up, you activate, and then our system does the work for you. The contact is subscribed, an email automatically goes out to them, offering whatever you want to offer, a coupon, a PDF, whatever the case may be. And they get that gratification of, hey, this is going to be a group that I can engage with on a consistent basis. And so, again, it's all based on relationships. And these are some very effective ways that you can start from square one and put your best foot forward.
Awesome. I love what you said about targeting your emails to you and not y'all. And, how with a tool like Constant Contact, you can do that because it allows for those customizations. That's pretty neat. So, could you help our audience better understand how the platform works? What happens when you log in? How do you make the most out of using Constant Contact? I'll let you take it away.
Absolutely. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. So because of how short we are on time, I have these pre-baked already. These are businesses that I have put together. So I'm going to give you examples of like a garden center and a restaurant, and then we can go through as a nonprofit as well. So I want to show you the emails that you're able to do because there's a lot of clutter in the emails. We all know that. We all get a bunch of emails. So ways that you can stand out are just staying on brand and making sure that people know exactly who they're getting the content for. So for example, let's look at the personalized email side of things. So This is for a restaurant that does not exist that I wish did, called Tom's Tacos. And this is for a specific dessert taco that they're able to do. And so you can create just a very simple email. Here's an example for that personalization. Brace yourself, Thomas. You could see it up here at the top if I wanted to have that personalization. I just hit personalize here. I've got first name, or I can do taco lovers. And now you have that personal touch that you can do right in the subject of the email. It stands out. It's going to make people see that you are wanting to connect with them directly. And that's a great tool to use. And then you also have these links down here that, as I mentioned before, if you want to know somebody who's ordering, or you want somebody to make a catering order and you want to give them that information, you can now add them to a list specifically for catering. That gets you into the segmentation piece. So as you can see, this is a very simple drag and drop style editor that you're able to use to put in text, images, buttons, video links, all right in one spot in one email that is nice and branded. Going back to campaigns here, a couple other examples I'll show you is if you wanted to do a segment, I also have the gardens here. So this is Tom's Gardens. We're talking about evergreens in this particular instance. So say I wanted to send this particular email out to people who are only really interested in trees at this point. I can build out a segment based on those parameters. And all of this would be just really great resources for you. So when you're looking at your contacts, you've got your lists of contacts that you can put people into. You've got your segments. So in this instance, instead of just sending to all of my contacts, I'm only sending people who have opened any of my emails in the past year and have this specific interest. In this case, it's only me, but you get the idea. Now I can send it to just this targeted group, which again is going to have that personal touch that you're looking for in your setup there. And then welcome email, let me show that to you here. So this would be if somebody joins your list and you want them to get that instant gratification here, that would be this welcome email here. You put a sign up form on your site. Now you can have this welcome email go out to them for a coupon, in this case for a free taco, because who doesn't want a free taco? So you've got this option. They could put in their promo code, they can order online, and this is something that would just go out again automatically to them once you've set it up and activated it. But as you can see, these are clean, they're on brand. You're able to build these emails fairly simply and then make copies of them so that way you don't have to reinvent the wheel every single time. It's a great resource for you to be able to send out your campaigns. And then another thing that really helps this stand out from just regular sending through Gmail or something like that is you can get a report of who's opening, who's clicking, who's bouncing, who's not opening. If you want to see who didn't open your email, you can see who didn't open your email. You can see people who are opening. You can see what they're clicking on, what specific pieces they find interesting for you. These are all powerful tools that you can then follow up on. These are your hot leads. These are your donors. These are your volunteers. These are people that you want to engage with, and you can see all of that right through here. And then last thing I'll show you here, just as an example, if you want a sign up form, because we want to continue to grow our business, this is a great way for you to get people to tell you what they're interested in and get them to sign up. So putting something like this on your website, this is more tailored towards like a nonprofit organization. They're able to pick what lists they want to join, as well as fill out that information for you. And this is another set it and forget it setup. You put this on your website, our system does the rest of the work. All you need to do is then send out that content about events, about fundraising, general interest, things like that. So as you can see, just very, very simply put, this is an incredible tool that allows you to upload your contacts, to put them into buckets that really resonate with them, and to create very simple emails that you're able to then send on a consistent basis to them. The key there is being consistent and being relevant. You want to send between once a week and once a month, if possible, and being consistent with that is going to help you with building those relationships and making those connections. So I know that this is a 30,000-foot view of what you're able to do. So a couple links that are going to be going into the chat box are a link to set up a trial for your Constant Contact through the partnership that we have with Alignable. Take advantage of that trial, play with it yourself, see how it works. Or we do also have a promo for you who are attending as a thank you that is right in that chat box. Please take advantage of that as well. There's a special promo that you'll be able to take advantage of, and we would love to help you and come alongside. And if you have questions along the way, this is where I was referring to before. You can call us, you can chat with us. We have this knowledge base that'll be able to help you. And I know that there will be other opportunities moving forward where we'll be able to dig a lot deeper into the functionality that is available for you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Thomas. That was some really great insights into how the platform works and how it's specifically meant for small businesses and helping businesses grow. So to everyone attending, we hope that you found some value in how to leverage email marketing for business growth, and if Constant Contact is a good fit for your business to ramp up your marketing efforts and business growth. So there are quite a few questions that have come through in the chat. So let's spend the next 10 to 12 minutes answering some of them. A reminder, if we are unable to get to your question, still post them in the chat, and we will be providing all of the responses in the All Things Email Marketing group. You can also find a link in the chat on where to join that group. So first question that we received was from John Sullivan, and he asked, does every sender get their own server? His concern is sharing a server with another sender that has a bad list so that it could hurt his delivery rate.
You know, John, that is a very good question, and it's something that we focus on. We don't have specific servers for every single one of our users, but we do have a delivery team that is their job. We also have measures in place that if somebody uploads a problematic list, or if they have issues with high spam complaints, unsubscribes, whatever the case may be, that we take measures to either educate them moving forward, or to, if need be, get rid of that account completely. And so we try, that's what that team's job is, to ensure that you are still getting the best delivery possible and that you're not affected by somebody who has a problematic list. So if there ever is a situation where that comes up, we will help address that and we will alleviate that so that you don't run into any issues with that.
Awesome. And he also had a follow-up question. With most people getting hundreds of emails a day, what do you believe is the most important part of increasing the odds that the email is opened? Is it the subject line, the day or time of sending emails?
Yeah, great question. So surprisingly, or maybe not so surprisingly, you got to start with a familiar from name. Because if you're looking at, maybe put on your consumer's cap for a second, what's the first thing that you probably check when you're looking at your emails? It's probably going to be that from name. So making sure your from name is connected. And again, it's about that relationship. It's about the connection that you've made with them. So if they talk to you and then they see that familiar from name, that's number one. Number two is that subject line, because the email could look beautiful, but if the subject line is boring, nobody's going to open it. So making sure that your subject line is catchy is something that stands out, using things like an emoji, adding that first name, being creative, asking a question, piquing interest through things like alliteration or numbered lists. Those are great tools that you can use to get people to open up that email. And then for the email itself, just being on brand, keeping that email simple, having links to blog posts, your website, videos, so that they can have that next call to action. So it really starts at the from name, and then you're able to get creative from there.
Awesome, that's great insight. And I also wanted to mention to our attendees, we are going to be hosting a What's Better for Your Business email marketing versus social media event Next month, Thomas is going to be rejoining us and providing some expertise along with an Alignable member and a social media expert. So I'm going to post a link in the chat if you'd like to pre-register for that event as well. So next question we have is from Manny. How do you compare Constant Contact to a MailChimp?
Yeah, great question, Manny. So MailChimp is obviously one of our chief competitors, and we actually look at the competitive edge on that side of things. Number one, of course, is the support side of things, but number two, we have a better delivery rate, honestly, and we have the tools that are available to be able to help beyond just the email side of things, the support with any questions that you have, and are able to be more consistent and more reliable when it comes to those sends. So that's usually the biggest thing that sets us apart, and what people often send over to when they come from MailChimp to Constant Contact, they say that, the consistency, the reliability of the products is one thing that really stands us out and really makes them make that conversion from MailChimp to Constant Contact.
Awesome. That's a great answer. Thanks, Thomas. Next question is from Danny Jocelyn. Do you provide contact lists or sell them?
We do not sell contact lists, and actually, when you do use purchase lists or other third-party lists, that can be problematic, and that can be part of what causes some of those emails to go out with high spam complaints or high unsubscribes. We are a permission-based service. So what that means is just connections and relationships. So that's why we give you tools that you need to help grow your list. But also, as you're making connections, you're able to add them in to your Constant Contact account. And ultimately, those relationships that you're building, those connections that you're making, that's going to help you continue to build that rapport in the business space. So we give you tools to reach out and get people to sign up, but then we also give you best practices on making sure that those lists are expecting to hear from you, because that's the best way to build those relationships.
Awesome. That's a great answer. And for all of our attendees, I also wanted to mention if you join the All Things Email Marketing group on Alignable, you can collaborate with like-minded businesses and ask how they have been most successful with growing their lists. It's a really great resource to talk with businesses that are similar to your size, scale, have similar, efforts that they're trying to reach. So the link will be posted in the chat on where to join that group. Another question from Robert Von Ling. Can you integrate into a CRM like Monday.com?
We do have several integrations, both made in-house. We also have an integration with a company called Zapier that has a bunch of integrations. I believe Monday.com is one of them. If not, it's going to be fairly soon. I know that we are actually talking with them about a partnership. So yeah, if there's any instances where you're not seeing what you're looking for in here, then you can also use our systems as well. We have our own API set up and things like that. So there are ways to integrate. Worst case scenario, if you have to work with spreadsheets, you are able to upload whole spreadsheets of contacts into your Constant Contact account and be able to manage them that way. So one way or the other, we should be able to help you manage those contacts.
Awesome, very cool. Another question is, what if we don't have info, only email address? How do we address them?
Yep, so email address, I did not actually highlight this. Let me go back into the setup here. So there is the ability to do what's called a secondary greeting. So that way it doesn't just say dear blank, because that would be awkward, right? But you are able to go in here and add that secondary greeting. So as much as possible, include that first name, but if you do not have it, then that's what this secondary greeting is here. So you could say, in this case, brace yourself taco lover, or brace yourself friend, or hello there, or something like that, and then still use the terminology and the tense of you and writing to the individual instead of saying hey everybody or hey y'all, and make sure that you're making that connection. And then people do have the opportunity to update their profile as well. And so if you want to say, we would like to continue to send you personalized content, they are able to update their profile at any given time as well, either using one of your sign up forms or the update profile option at the bottom of the email.
Very cool. I think I'd prefer to be referenced as taco lover than Bailey.
I mean, who wouldn't, right?
It would resonate with me. Okay, next question is from Hema Murti. How do you set up so when they sign up on your site, they get a welcome email?
Yep, that's a great question. So when you set up your sign up forms, you're able to choose what list or lists they can be joined to. So in this case, we've got 4 of them. You can make it so that it's just one list if you're just getting started. And then when you actually build out that welcome email, when you go to activate it, it will ask you if you want it to go to a specific list or if you want it to just be anybody who joins. So once you put that sign up form on your website, which I'll show that to you here. When you're using a pop-up form, you just put this code right onto your site, and we have this FAQ that goes through quick install guides. So whether you or your web developer needs to get that going, once you put this on your site, then you can activate that welcome email, and it will automatically go to those contacts based on them joining your list through whatever sign-up form that you use. And that's
Oh,
something that we can absolutely help you with once you get started.
awesome. Very cool. So we have another question from Roman. Do you recommend only using one page email with a picture, or is a one page email too long?
That's a great question. So you got to remember the amount of time that people have. So when we're scrolling through our emails, we're number one, trying to make sure that we're only opening things that we're really interested in at that moment. So that's why the from, name, and subject line are important. But then when people open their email, chances are they probably only have about 30 seconds to devote to. So you want to make sure your email is short and sweet. So one page or less. Having the image helps complement that text. And then we strongly encourage having a read more link or a find out more or something, some sort of call to action, so that this is not just an email of information, it is taking them to the next step in the relationship. So we even recommend, if you're doing numbered lists like top 3 tips or those kinds of things, include a little bit of information and then take them to a read more blog so that you're seeing that engagement, they're going to your website, and there's also that next step. And so those are great ways to start and to have your emails be simple, but also take them on that journey that you want them to go.
Awesome. I think that's a great answer. So unfortunately, we are out of time to respond to questions. So just to wrap things up, thank you so much for attending, Thomas. We really appreciated you sharing your
Absolutely.
expert insights on Constant Contact. To all of our members, thank you for attending this event. We hope you took away some value in this conversation. A reminder, if we weren't able to get to your question, you can post these questions directly in the All Things Email Marketing group, and we will also be collecting all of the questions that were put into the chat and posting the answers in the All Things Email Marketing group as well. If you are interested in checking out Constant Contact and think it's a good fit for your email marketing needs, they've generously offered Alignable members and event attendees specifically 30% off your first 3 months, which is higher than the typical offering they have for Alignable members. So that will also be linked in the chat box. And be on the lookout for future events as a part of our Alignable Solution Series. I will put a link in the chat on where to sign up for our What's Better for Your Biz email marketing for social media. We'll get a little bit deeper into specifics of what you should be on the lookout for. But thank you again and have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you, everybody. Take care now.